here I am at this wilderness again. I like to tell you something. I like to encourage you to find the book of Enoch. Read the first chapter. It has a story of its own. But I like to encourage you then to go to read the Revelation, the book of Revelation. Just Revelation. And read how the world is going to look like. And then you can find some works from Edgar Casey. Maybe you can find it on the internet. It doesn't matter. And they all explain how the world will look like at the end of times. And it's amazing how they all describe things in a, I won't say in the same manner, but it's almost the same way. They're talking about the same thing. They're talking about it in like, it's talking about the same thing. What's it gonna look like? What's it gonna be? For example, I remember that Edgar Casey said something like, the people will be climbing the mountains or something, thinking that they will find some salvation there. But they won't. The mountains will just collapse. Now, I'm not saying it's an obligation. I'm not saying anything special really, but you see the connection, and also why the book of Enoch was banned. There are probably not just one reason, but many reasons. But it describes something important. And yes, I've been given the power to understand some things. Let me tell you something that happened a few days ago. While I was just lying in bed doing nothing in my room, and I found myself in a. Of course, this is happening like mentally. I don't know how to explain it differently. For example, I'm talking to you right now. I'm talking into the camera. But I'm also somewhere else. I know what's happening somewhere else. I don't know where this place is. Or maybe I do know. Maybe I don't know. It doesn't matter. But I can be mentally somewhere else. And it comes normally to me. And as I was saying the other day, just a few days ago. I was just lying in bed doing nothing probably. And I found myself in some kind of space, but it's not limited. It's not like too bright, too colorful. There are some colors, but it's not too dark. It was very strange, and I don't know how to explain this. I really don't know. I find myself there, and I heard a voice. It was a male voice. Authority, or like an authority. It sounded like an authority, but not like from the movies. You don't do that, you know. Gentle. And that voice told me, now you are in a zone where the laws of physics bend. See, people, this is normal in my life, and it's becoming stronger and stronger as I grow older. Don't know why. So I think that many things that happened to me before, like throughout the years, were just a preparation for what's going on in my life today. Yes, I was always the one who did something that other people before me didn't, or they didn't dare, or they just didn't. So that's why actually many times in my life, as it happens, you know, I do something and then I don't go any further, because now I know I can do that. And now at this moment I realize that this was just a preparation for me to get here. Yes, you go and study all those texts. But as I said, you people are illiterate. You don't know how to read. And this is something that some people or someone can, of course, use to their advantages. It's not for me like that, it's for humanity in general. As I said in one of my previous videos from maybe a year ago, I don't know, or maybe 2 years ago, it doesn't matter. This is what I think. The Gospels were in certain way corrected so that we could stay obedient. Why? Well, if we're not obedient, thousands of people everywhere, what will the emperor eat? It's amazing to me that no one has ever been on earth who, you know, you're whining about something. Maybe you ask the questions, or maybe you just know, but you don't do anything. You don't put up your voice and say something. Oh, of course, we had Spanish Inquisition. And things like that. Fear. So, what will the emperor eat if you are not obedient? One more thing. I spoke about that one too. Why do I think they are all corrected? Because you see, people spent, when Jesus was alive, people spent time with him, for hours, days, months, years, whatever. And there are 4 men who, of course, they talk about Jesus, blah, 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 and they write about him, and they write about the story about him, what actually happened, so that people would know. But they all write the same things. They didn't live like next door to each other. They lived in different places. And they all talk about the same things. When I'm in love with you, I remember everything about you. I remember what you were wearing. I remember your perfume. I remember, I don't know, just like anything, what you said, like every detail. How come they all remember just the same thing? There are a few nuances here and there, but they all write about the same things. What, they didn't have paper and ink? How come? You can find 1 or 2 papers in those times. So, well, you can be fooled for some time, but nothing can make the truth go away. Nothing can put the darkness, so much darkness on the truth, because the truth always survives. And that's it. This is one of my favorite places, you see. Nobody bothers me with their bullshit. This is the end of times. Something new will begin soon. It might not be too good, but those who remain will have only what they've been given: breadcrumbs. They'll probably know how to live with that. And yes, go and see those texts.